Bold Venture Press, one of my favorite publishers. Hi, I'm Gary Lovisi, and in this episode we're going to talk about one of my favorite publishers, Bold Venture Press, because they publish my books, but also they publish a lot of really cool stuff by a lot of people. And we're going to take a look at some of them now, some of mine, and some by other people. The first book is that I did a while back is The Last Goodbye. It's a Vic Powers original novelette with some stories in it. This is from 2015 and features The Last Goodbye, which is the title story. Kicks, I'd kissed the bullet that found him, and Crash Landing. It's a really nice designed book. And it has a Robert Maguire cover art. The next book was from 2016, and it's The Nemesis Chronicles. This Nemesis is a tough guy urban vigilante in the spider shadow mold who fights crime and injustice in the big city in New York. And this is a really well designed book, beautiful book, and it features all the Nemesis stories and a new story, especially for this book. Really beautiful artwork, beautiful design work. And this is the back cover. This is the back cover of the Last Goodbye. Last Goodbye is a Vic Powers collection. He's a tough guy cop who's thrown off the police force for being unstable, but gets involved in all kinds of crazy, wild, hard crime adventures. And the Nemesis is a vigilante hero. These books are all put out by Bold Venture Press. They're $14.95, and they're put out by editor is Rich Harvey, and the other editor is Audrey Parenti, and they together they do a beautiful job. Audrey is the editor, I guess, and Rich is the designer, and they do some really beautiful books. The next book is Harvest of Homicide. It's a Griffin Fatts novel. It's set in 1963. It came out in 2017. Harvest of Homicide. It's a cool cover. I like the image in the knife, reflected in the knife. This is also Griffin Fatts are two hard-boiled cops in the early 1960s in a fictional town called Bay City, and they fight crime in their own way. They're kind of out of control, but they mean well. Next book is the first Griffin Fatts novel, Hellbent on Homicide, and this came out in 2018. This is the first book in the series of the Griffin Fatts books, Hellbent on Homicide. Really well-designed books by Rich Harvey. Takes place in 1959. This was a reprint of the British book. It's the first American edition. And the thing that I want to say about a couple of things about the okay, this is it's Hellbent on Homicide, and the next book in the series later this year will be Hard Cases and Homicide. Hard Cases and Homicide will be a Griffin Fatts story collection. So that's those are my books by Bold Venture, but they do many other great books. Audrey Parenti, who's the editor, is a very talented woman. She wrote a book called Pulp Noir, which is a romance, noir, good girl art excursion into collecting, relationship between a man and a woman, book collectors and publisher editors. It's a little autobiographical, I would guess, and a lot noir, crime, and really cool fun. Uh, book collectors and fans of noir will enjoy this book. Uh, Again, it's beautifully designed. My copy is signed by Audrey, which is really nice. It's a nice big bold book full of great stuff. Robert Maguire cover again. So you have two Maguire covers. I don't know who did the cover art here. Bold Venture has done a lot of really, really nice books. One of the things that should note is that they did the books of C.J. Henderson, Something for Nothing, and No Torrent Like Greed. Something for Nothing's a Jack Hagee private eye novel. This one both of these have have Maguire covers. And No Torrent Like Greed is the last Jack Hagee novel, which was thought to be lost, and it was found by John French and published by Rich Harvey and Audrey Parente as a Bold Venture original book. And I was lucky enough to, because I knew C.J. Henderson well, and we were buddies. I wrote the introduction for the book. It's a great book. These Jack Hagee Private Eye is really hard-boiled crime, great stuff. So those are some of the books. The other books, they've written books on pulp fiction, books on pulp writers like Hugh Pentecost. Audrey Parente wrote a book on Hugh Pentecost, the crime writer, and also on Charles Beckman Jr., the pulp crime writer. I mentioned the Jack Hagee books of C.J. Henderson. They've also lately reprinted the Zorro books by Johnston McCulley. Zorro was the famous hero who fought the bad guys in old California when the Spanish ruled California in the 1700s. And the Zorro books are great action adventure, thrilling pulp fun, and they publish those. And they also publish now, they're coming out with the Larry Kent series, the famous Australian crime writer whose motto was "I hate crime." So they publish a lot of really good books. Their website, boldventurepress.com. You should take a look. See if you want to any of these books that the Bold Venture publishes. They're beautiful, excellent, great reads. My books, I hope you'll buy them and enjoy them. But even not, they publish so many great books by other people that you're gonna find something that you like there, and you should definitely give it a look, check it out, and help support their publishing venture, because it's a good outlet for really good crime fiction, the kind of crime fiction that we like to read and that we enjoy. And they do a lot of good stuff, a lot of reprints of classic pulp stuff, and now with the Larry Kent books, there's a really cool stuff. There's a lot of really nice books that they're doing. So again, I can't praise Rich Harvey and Audrey Parente enough. And they also do the Bordentown book show, and they do a book show in Florida. But when they're not doing book shows, those on their off time, they're doing a lot of editing and publishing of some really great books that you should check out. So just want to let you know about that, and also that Hard Cases and Homicide will be the next Griffin Fat story collection from Bold Venture Press. It'll have all the uncollected stories about Griffin Fats, and some one or two new stories. So it's going to be something special, and that'll be in later in 2020. So just again, thanks for looking at this. Just look at the Bold Venture Press, give them a try, and you can see their website in the description below. And thanks for looking. I'm Gary Levisi. Give us a thumbs up and a like, and subscribe. Thank you.